One of the most terrifying moments in ant keeping is opening the drawer, looking into your queen's test tube and realising the eggs she laid last week are gone. No brood, no larvae, just an empty tube, and a queen acting like nothing happened. If you keep ants long enough, this will happen to you at some point. And here's the part most people don't realise at first. Queens don't eat their eggs because something went wrong, they do it to survive. Once you understand why, the panic stops. And more often than not, the brood comes back. When beginners see missing eggs, the first thought is usually, I failed, she's broken, the colony is doomed. But what actually happened is far less dramatic. In most ant species, queens don't destroy eggs, they recycle them. When conditions aren't right, those nutrients go straight back into a body. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost, it's a reset, not a failure. And the reasons behind it are surprisingly predictable. The biggest one by far is stress. If a queen doesn't feel safe, her instinct is simple. Now is not the time. Bright light, vibrations, frequent handling, sudden temperature changes, even just opening the tube too often, all of that tells her the environment isn't stable yet. And when stress goes up, brood investment drops. And at that point, the best thing you can do is make her world boring. Wrap the tube, stop checking every day, and give her long quiet stretches of darkness. A hidden queen is a confident queen. Temperature comes next, and this one catches a lot of people out. Queens aren't just sensitive to how warm it is, they're sensitive to change. Too cold and development stalls, too hot and stress and dehydration creep in. And constant fluctuations confuse her internal rhythm. That's why it's always better to heat one side only and focus on stability rather than chasing warmth. When the setup is right, the queen will choose where she's comfortable. Another very common trigger is feeding too early. For fully claustral species like Lasius or Camponotus, offering food before workers arrive often does more harm than good. Even a tiny amount of mould or fermentation can trigger an instant brood reset. Founding queens don't want snacks, they want predictability. Until workers arrive, no food is usually the safest option. Sometimes though, the reason is simply energy. If a queen flew late in the season, entered diapause poorly timed, or lost energy during transport, she may lay eggs and then realise she can't support them, so she recycles them and waits until conditions improve. There's nothing to fix here, just reduce stress, keep things stable and give her time. And finally, there's seasonal timing. Temperate species often pause brood production during winter, even if eggs appear briefly. Resets between November and January are extremely common and completely normal. When temperatures and daylight rise again, fresh eggs usually follow. This isn't failure, it's patience. Long term, if you want fewer brood resets, the goal is simple: disturb less, keep temperatures stable, don't feed claustral queens before workers arrive, avoid unnecessary moves, and accept that seasonal pauses are part of the cycle. What feels like a disaster is usually your queen protecting herself. Once you understand that, ant keeping becomes calmer, fast. Next up, we'll talk about why colonies can look completely dead after winter, even when they're absolutely fine. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let's make it fantastic. Farewell.